Hello everybody and welcome to another author interview at In-House Publishing, and joining me today is Costa Mukandi. How are you, Costa?
Very good, thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Costa's done a book called I Could Have Been a Street Kid, and this is the journey of Costa coming from the Congo to Australia, but it's better to hear it from the author himself. Tell us about this book, my friend. What's it all about?
This book is about my life. I could have been a street kid. It is about the journey I have done through my life when I was still young. I went up and down through difficult situations, but I took all the opportunity God put in me. I believe in myself. I believe in the people around me, and I also believe in God. I use all God has put on my way, and I determine my life. I put my life. I just fix my eyes on the future. And I did not end up in city like all the orphans who sometimes they become antisocial, they have antisocial behavior, or sometimes many end up in prison or mental health issues because of lack of support or because of lack of the future. When you do not see the future, you can lose what you can do in this life.
Okay, so hope is something that I guess in the Congo or in other parts of Africa, seeing hope for the future and hope for yourself or your family must have been quite difficult.
Exactly. You have hope here because
Yes.
you can plan your life and simplify. Yes, tomorrow you are going to do this and this and this, which is different in our countries. You don't know what is going to happen tomorrow because you don't know how you are going to eat or how you are going to live. But once you take your responsibility and see where you are going and take all the opportunities God has put in your way, you can now prepare and build your future. That's why that's what I did myself.
Which is obviously what the story is going to tell us.
It's about taking the responsibility, the opportunities God has put in your hand. Use your own ability, and the people around you who support you also believe in God, because God is the source of our life.
How long have you been in Australia for?
I've been here for 12 years.
12 years?
Yes.
What inspired you to write this story now?
My life. I have a life that can inspire other children today, other youth today who are going through the same situation I went. I grew up, I lost my father when I was 3 years. 3 years after I lost my mother. And from at age of 6 years, I was already an orphan. So, and I went up through difficult situation, from crisis to crisis. I didn't know where I could get bread or food, but I have worked in as a pastor in the community. I have seen many people, many young people suffering, going through the same situation. I said, why can I use my life as a case study to inspire other people, to inspire people who are suffering the way I suffered when I was young.
And that's certainly been the case, because since publishing the book, very soon, I believe it was just a matter of weeks, we were doing a reprint.
Yeah.
And that shows that obviously the inspiration from the story is reaching the community that you want.
Yeah.
I also noticed on Facebook, over home, some of your grandkids have t-shirts.
Yeah, my grandchildren.
How does that feel?
In South Africa, when they received my book, they were so excited. And they made the t-shirt, and they put the cover book on the t-shirt. They're now promoting the book in the school.
That's so good.
That's very good. Yes.
And that's what it's about. I think publishing is defined as making information public, and as you mentioned, it's establishing our legacy.
Yes.
So if we've got our kids and our grandkids doing that,
they are so proud. They are so proud to learn, to know how I lived myself. They can follow my example. That's why I'm so happy that I did something that is like a legacy or a kind of monument in my family, because generation after generation, they're not going to lose their origin.
What's next for you? What's next for the book?
The proceeds of the book, 5% of this book, I'll be investing in Ozi Congo Network, because this is my legacy, and this is my way of helping others. I want to see people take their life in their own hands. I don't think the words where today young people say it's too much in a certain circumstances. They say too much, I cannot take anymore. That language is not good for a human being like it's created by God. It is not too much. We have all the abilities in in ourselves. We have ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves. We have to believe in people around us. You can see I am supported by a lot of people who are supporting me. This is the community, and I'm also supported by God. So this is how I grow. I was supported by the community there. I'm supported by the community here. I have all I need to help others. So by this book, I'll teach others to be able to teach others, to be able to teach others. And that's what I want to see for the next generation, for my work on the ground in Congo. I want people to be able to use what we have, follow my example. There is nothing that's impossible because we have what we need in our hands.
It's intriguing that going through the journey that you've gone through, people like myself, I've grown up in New Zealand, I've moved to Australia, I do fully understand how lucky and how fortunate myself, my family and my colleagues here are. You are an incredibly inspirational man. I could actually sit here all day. I haven't got enough tape on the camera, but I could sit here all day and listen to your motivation and inspiration behind why you do what you do. It really is quite moving. But I think it's really up to you guys now to learn this story and understand all about Costa and where he's come from and why it's so important to understand the legacy of our origin. So, to get a copy of Costa's book, that is the website behind us, and it's also at the bottom of the screen. It's available at the in-house bookstore, of course, and on Amazon. Costa, I want to thank you for coming in and having a chat.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Good luck with the book, and of course with the Oz Congo Network. As you know, in-house publishing is right behind everything you're doing.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.